In corn last year, it was bad. There's a lot of supply on the market, and farmers just had to store a lot of it. A lot of that is still in storage. So I don't know if prices will move. We're still down a lot from last month's WASD. And we've trended up a little bit since then. Still trading around 430. I think there's enough IVR in here if you want to sell a put spread, capture some of that volatility, and predict that prices will move sideways or maybe slightly higher. I think that's probably the best way to approach this trade.
In the corn?
Yeah, in the corn.
We can go back to the platform now. Thanks.
But like I said, I don't have a trade in corn right now. Actually, I might put one on 73 days out. You got plenty of duration. Let's see if there's a.
Yeah, I haven't traded this in a while.
Yeah, it's if you're selling a put spread around 425, 420, you're getting a high POP around 65, 70%. But you're risking 3 to make 1. So that's an all right one for a put spread. It's not bad. Like I said, I think they'll trend sideways. So I wouldn't mind doing this trade. Maybe I'll put it on. Not too excited about it right now. So soybeans is the interesting one right now because there's this whole thing with China. We're negotiating.
Right.
Trump is saying she is going to commit to more and more soybean purchases. I think it's an additional 8 million metric tons he's trying to get tacked onto this 20 MT figure. And that's yet to be seen if it'll happen, but talks are in progress. And it seems like, the way they're trading, we're definitely getting more optimistic on those soybean sales to China, and that's what's moving the market right now. The question is, after the whole week trading from 1060 now to 1121, is that priced in? Is all that these speculative additional sales to China priced in? I don't think so because it's like I said, speculation based. They haven't committed yet. So if you're trading it with that view that they are going to do it, you're speculating on a political agreement pretty much, and that's I think especially in this environment that isn't too certain. So I don't think it's all priced in, but that leaves me optimistic because I think some kind of deal will get worked out. I think China will try to make us happy in those negotiations and buy that. That's a big push by this administration right now. After the past year, farmers really aren't happy, so there's a lot of pressure on the administration to get a deal like that done. And that would buy a lot of goodwill with farmers, because of course it would get prices up, it would move product out, it would free up storage, for this new year. I think, I'm pretty comfortable with the call spread right here, long call spread, even though we've made a lot of good upside in the past week. So notable resistance coming up to that November level up there around 1172, where we 52 points away from that right now. So if you look at the expected move out until April 24th, that's a 60-point expected move. So, that brings us up to resistance there a little above it. I think overall it's a decent setup. Like I said, it's this call spread.
In this October, this was essentially the same catalyst, right? When we started hearing more about the purchases, and there was a lot going on with that discussion, and then those discussions sort of tapered off, and that's what we got the December into January move, and now we're kind of getting to it again. I guess that's the real question: is this time the real deal?
Yeah, and the call spread at 1160, 1170, 73 days out. You're risking 1 to make 3. So max profit on that trade 350, max loss 150. Your buying power on that's 168 with a 40% POP.
Yeah,
that's a decent trade. I'll take it, and I like that you're buying into the trend. The trend is higher. I think you're going to get these profit-taking days where you'll get a little bit of a pullback, but right now that speculation I think is going to continue to build for that trade deal being made. And if those 8 million additional metric tons are added, I think you'll definitely see more additional upside.
Yeah, and this is also, this is all pretty low flat volatility. This is 15 across the board. So for those who are worried about, the idea, this is 31 IVR. Yeah, sure, but it's also fairly low volatility. Like if this thing doesn't even move and it doesn't go above your strike, I mean, you know, on the volatility basis, you're not losing much. This might come down to a 13 or something like that, maybe. I mean, that's not a whole lot to lose on volatility. Really, it's just the direction. I mean, more than anything that you're playing it for. So, yeah, I like this. I might even try to just do too wide. I like a little juice, Thomas.
Yeah, a
I'm
little
gonna try
more.
to pull on. Yeah, I'm going with 1160, 1180. See how it goes. If it really goes above that and makes new highs. And again, I like the idea of something with a catalyst more than anything.
Yeah.
This is more interesting to me than any trade that would be with wheat or with corn.
Thanks for sticking with us. The market doesn't stop and neither should you. The next video builds on what you just watched. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch Tasty Live. Click through our next video to continue learning.